Now, the switched on kids will realise I haven't given you sheets to do today. So if you'd like to, you can come down the front, probably older and youth, more than welcome. I've got candy canes. I'll have questions during my sermon that I'm going to ask and you can answer, and you'll get a candy cane if you get it right. Otherwise, I think you do have sheets to fill in. I saw some posters that you can still keep colouring if you want to do that. Feel free to stay where you are, but they're candy canes, so I can't throw them because they'll go everywhere. So if you get something right, you'll have to run down and get it or come see me after. Today we are looking at Isaiah 60, 1-3. Rob asked me to speak for a short time today on the coming light. I'll try to be short. And it's a word that's used heaps in the Bible, light. Can anyone tell me? Now it's NIV for adults, just so that you don't get cranky because I've used the wrong version and your number was right in a different version. Can anyone tell me, kids, this is your chance as well, anyone tell me how many times the word light appears in the NIV Bible, in the Bible? How many times? Adults, I got in trouble for not giving you the have you been paying attention sheets. This is your time to shine. Anyone? No one's taking a punt. It's just a number. 350, Rob's gone. Can you beat a pastor? Anyone? 350? 351, 355. Anyone else? Oh, you've all got 400. We've gone more. 263 times. So no one beat Rob. He was the closest. Still 100 off. So we've got to look at that. Rob, you get a candy cane. You can either have it now or give it to someone later on. It's used lots in the Bible, light. It's used lots because it's such an easy thing for us to grasp. We understand light so well. It's something that we desperately cling to. Now, I've got a couple of pictures for you. This is a picture. Julian can prove it to you afterwards. If you want to test me, go PowerPoint. There's a little box there. Can anyone tell me what this is a picture of if I get my clicker to work? Nope. That is the three wise men. Well done. You can get a candy cane. Can you go to the next slide, Julian? I'm not. There we go. What is that a picture of? It is a picture. I stood somewhere and I took a photo. Sky. All right. It's an object, just to narrow it down. Phone cover. No. I don't have a flippy one, but I have seen that done before. Anyone? iPad? Oh, you've all gone too big. All right. I'm going to ask the question again, but you need to put your hands up. I'm not going to accept just an answer yelled out. What is that a picture of? Christmas tree. You're close enough. There we go. That is the same photo. I stood in the same spot. I pointed, well, as best I could, it was dark. I pointed my camera in the same spot. What's the difference? The light's on. We can see. Now, it is blue and green. There is yellow and red, but a photo can only do one of them. It can't do everything at the same time. But it's a Christmas tree. Very clearly a Christmas tree, even though there's only, 20-odd tiny little LEDs giving us some light. All right, next one. What is this? Christmas tree. It's not a Christmas tree. A rocket. It's on the ground. I'll give you a bit of a hint. Present. Technically, yes, but not this year. It was a while ago. So I'll give you a candy cane because you were right, just not this year. Anyone? Now, if you can tell me what it is specifically, I'll get your candy cane as well. Can anyone tell me now what this is? Hands up, remember. All right, that's mine. Yeah, is the Razor Crest. He left it there. Yeah, what's it made out of? Lego. Yeah, it's not something you want to step on, is it? If I stepped on that, it would be very, very bad for my foot and very bad for the ship. But that is roughly where Nathan left it on the floor. Dangerous without the light on, right? Anyone stepped on Lego at night without being able to see it because it's dark? Yeah. How much easier would it be to not step on Lego if the light was on? That's why we get light, isn't it? Because without light, you couldn't see what it was. It was clearly a Christmas tree. I can't believe you couldn't guess that. And without light, you couldn't see that a Lego ship was laying on the ground on the carpet. Light is really important. It's really, really helpful. And the Bible speaks of light in a bunch of different ways, and I'm just going to talk about two today. And the first one is related to this. Now, for you older ones, you have no idea what this is, and that's fine. Got a hand up? Minecraft zombie, correct. Question is, how do you stop them from spawning in your base? If there is an adult, I don't know how to reframe this into, if there's an older adult that can tell me this, I'll give you 2 candy canes. An older adult. No one? You're about to learn something. So you know more than it's not really an older adult. You know more than older adults right now. Yep. How do you stop them? Using torches. Light everywhere. I wanted to take a screenshot. I don't play often. It is fun. I don't play often. Unfortunately, I reset my computer, so my base is completely gone. But what I do is just fill my place with torches. Because it's a zombie, just so you know, the older adults, they only spawn if it's dark enough. But if it's light enough, they don't. So to keep yourself safe, you fill your base with light. Because light keeps us safe, doesn't it? We feel safe when it's light. Adults, this might take a little bit of humility here. Have any of you done a bit of a quicker walk to the front door when the light's off? You know that thing, you put the bins out and it's dark and I'll just walk a bit quicker to the door. Now it's safe, like nothing's going to get you, but there's just that, as inside us, we just get to that point where we go, it's dark, just a little bit scary. If it's light, I mean, you walk down your driveway a million times during the day, doesn't even enter your mind that there's a problem. All of a sudden, sun goes down, you're like, oh, it's terrifying. Light keeps us safe. We feel safe and secure when it's light. It also is good for something else, and that is showing us the way. Now, if you go on a camp anywhere, a school camp, I'm hoping that a torch would be on the list of things to take because they know that you're going to be walking around an area you don't know, and it's going to be dark, and you want a torch to make sure that you don't trip over anything, fall on anything, step on something you shouldn't, like Lego left on the ground. Adults, how many times have you gone, I know exactly where everything is in my house, and I'm walking from point A to point B, except there's a chair that has moved? Has that happened before? How much better would it be if we just turned a light on, used a torch, and then we could see where we were walking? Because that's the other thing the light does for us, isn't it? It shows us what's around, that we don't just stumble into things blindly. Light gives us safety, and it shows us the way. Remember that? There's going to be a question. Safety shows us the way. Now, the image that's used in the passage that Emily read out for us in Isaiah 60 is an image of daytime coming. It's a picture of it's nighttime now, but it will be day. This is written to a group of people who are in a different country. They're in exile. They're sent from their home. They can't go back. They're surrounded by a whole bunch of people who will look at them and think, you guys are weird. The Israelites would not have been there going, oh yeah, we're the popular ones. They ate weird food or didn't eat food that everyone else ate. They had odd customs. They kept the same kind of group of people around them. Everyone around them, which would have been from a whole bunch of different places, not too dissimilar to where we are now, everyone around them would have gone, you guys are weird. And you can't worship God because you can't go to the temple. So for them, it's darkness and it's night. And we understand that, I'm sure, in different parts. Kids, I'm sure at night time, it's boring at night, isn't it? You just go to bed. What can you do during the day? You can play. You can do stuff. It's a good thing to be daytime. And Isaiah is telling the people of Israel, God is saying, light is coming. Arise, get ready, because there's going to be a time soon where it's going to be day, where the sun will shine, where it's going to be light, and it's going to be so good that even though you're in a different country now, that nations will come to this light. That's how good this light's going to be. Now we, as I said, we like light. Now kids, adults, you can't answer this because I think you'll lie. Kids, if all the lights went off in this place right now, what is the first thing that the adults are going to reach for? Yep. Why the phone? Because they what, sorry? They've got a torch on them. Now adults, we go, no, we're not scared of the dark. But we would, wouldn't we? We'd be very happy that there's a few candles still burning that don't rely on electricity. But the first thing we'd do, even though it's daylight outside, to be a little bit dim in here, go, we'll get our torch out. We love the light. Bit of a brag, I was hanging out the washing the other day, and that's the brag, by the way, not anything else. It was very bright outside. I said to Rach, it's ridiculous. I came in really sweaty and hot, and I'm like, all I did was hang out the washing. I feel I haven't done anything, and I'm hot and sweaty. But I walked back inside, and you can ask Rach this. I like lights on, lights everywhere. Walk back inside, and go, it's so dark. Because there is not a light that is as good as the sun, is there? It just isn't. You walk out here, it seems pretty bright, but you walk outside and you go, oh, gee, it's bright. I want to tell you that there is no light that is as good as the real light, Jesus, at doing two things. All right, you can only do one of the two things. What is one of the things that light is good for? Seeing. Yeah. What's it do? I said two things. We're getting help here. Shows the way. That's the one thing it does. Yep. Another one. Yep. Red. Chet. Yeah. Yep. Lights up the room and gives us what? What was the other thing I said? Safety. Good one. There is nothing as good as the real light, Jesus, as giving us safety and showing us the way. Because everything else, just like everything else, is going to, like lights could blow. The candles will go out eventually. Even if we don't blow them out, they will eventually go out. Torches run out of batteries, phone run out of batteries. Every other light will go dim at some point, won't it? Does the sun ever go dim? Is there any time we go, oh, it's got a bit dim today at 12? No. It's always very bright. Sometimes there's clouds in the way, but the sun itself is always very bright. And tomorrow at Christmas, it is going to be super exciting, I'm sure. I just want you to try to remember, which is going to be so hard because there's going to be so many presents and good food and family and all sorts of things. Try to remember just this one thing. That tomorrow at Christmas we celebrate Jesus being born, the light coming into the world. Not like any other light that we might try to find that keeps us feeling safe, maybe friends around us or sport or our schoolwork or our actual work, the workplaces we go, the jobs we have. Maybe it's drama, maybe it's music, maybe it's TV and movies, maybe it's books. That all of those things that we might feel keep us safe, they're not going to keep us safe like Jesus can keep us safe. Maybe if you're old enough to not know what an influencer is, or young enough to not know what an influencer is, you're doing well. Keep with that. But sometimes we look to other people to give us the way. We go, well, I don't know what to do here. How should I live? What should I be doing? I want to tell you that Jesus is the one who shows us the best way to do that. There's going to be lots of other people that tell us, look, this is the path you should go. This is how you should do it. But none of them know the way like Jesus does. He is the true light who keeps us safe in a way that nothing else can and shows us the way in a way that nothing else can. Try to remember that tomorrow. Maybe before you do your presents, after is going to be no chance. Christmas, Jesus comes, the true light that shows us everything. Let me pray before we sing our final song. If you answered a question, come up to me and grab a candy cane. Even if you're an adult, there's no shame. And have a good Christmas tomorrow. God, I want to thank you for your word. I want to thank you that you give us all of these things that show us how amazing Jesus is. Thank you that you don't leave us just to kind of walk blindly through the world, that when we're in darkness and it feels like it's nighttime, we know that you are there, the true light. We ask that you'd help us remember in all the fun tomorrow as we get to open presents and look at Christmas lights and sing carols and spend time with family, that we'd just be able to remember that you are the great light that shows us the way, that you are the light that has come into the world, giving us a new day of safety and showing us how to live our lives. I ask this in Jesus' precious name. Amen.